So be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound, please. And while you're focusing to the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring your attention to your body, please, and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. And then later, observe the impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness happening moment by moment, followed by each and every sensation. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step, following my words mentally. Relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your all abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles, please. So your whole body made out of heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness. That's mean 4 elements. This whole nature, entire universe governed by 4 elements. So allow your bodily 4 elements to synchronize with the universal 4 elements and be formless, shapeless. Just imagine how drop of water when it come to ocean, it become a part of the ocean. So your body also kind of a drop of water in this universal ocean. Just release all four elements. There's nothing to hold. There's nothing to govern by yourself. Slowly place your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So just allow your inhalations, exhalations to happen itself. And just recognize when it happened. This is inhalation, this is exhalations. Do nothing extra. Just recognize inhalations as inhalations, exhalations as exhalations. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Keep your attention to the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Observe the whole breath body. Breath body means each and every inhalation or exhalation from beginning to end. Also see the length and the depth at the same time. In some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Each and every inhalation or exhalation has its own character. Just recognize it. Keep your attention only to the sensation and see the impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness happening moment by moment itself. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. to all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, there was a young boy and he found a piece of rock and tied it to a rope and moving here and there. And when it moved, it make a sound, like. So he used to play with that piece of rock. And then he went to a village. So the village people asked, "What is this? What is you keep moving? What is this piece of rock and the piece of this rope?" And he told, "This is a magic rock and it can create soup." So the village people was so happy to hear that and told, "Oh, can you make a soup for us?" So then the boy told, "Of course, I can make a magic soup." So then told, "Bring a huge pot." And they brought a huge pot and then put the fire. And now what he did, he started to put that piece of rock inside it and it start to move and it start to bring the sound like that. So then by the time, now whole village gathered. It is just the empty pot. It bring the sound. And as you know, sometimes that the singing bowl, when you keep move, it is start to bring the sound. So then everybody was kind of like, shocked to hear, "Oh, what is this? What's going to happen?" And then the boy told, "Okay, now it's becoming ready. Okay, bring some water, bring some water." And the village people brought some water and put it to it. And now the water start to boil little by little, little by little. And then he told again, "Okay, bring some vegetables and put some vegetable on it." And then they put some vegetable also. And then told, "Okay, bring some chicken." And they put the chicken also. And then bring some salt and pepper and that things. And they put that also. And end of that all. And everybody enjoyed the soup and told, oh, that is amazing. How you can do this? And everybody start to believe that piece of rock and this guy has power to create magic soup. So our life also same. When it come to philosophy is just a word. It is just an empty word. It has power to accumulate your own vision through different words. In the world, when you look at each and every person, whatever the philosophy that they follow, that end of that all, what it try to say, it try to tell you, know thy yourself. And self-realization, recognize who you are, see what is your purpose. So end of that all, it come to your own realization. And you may read books regarding how to become rich. And then you read the book. Sometimes in that book it's saying, save your money. That's it. Save your money, earn more, spend little. And be careful with your credit cards. Don't order unnecessary things from online. And so when it come to deeply, what you recognize as wisdom or what you recognize as philosophy, what you schooling yourself, what you philosophize yourself, it's sometimes your own inner behavior. And then end of that all, it's kind of like that you go through empty space believing there is something. And as you know, placebo effect is deeply effect for us. And once you start to believe something as reality. So in day-to-day life, you have to come and you have to look. Mostly we like to look through things, and we like to look outside, and we try to look through the telescope or through the microscope, and we like to see other things, even close by us or even far away from us. And we enjoy seeing that things. But if you look very carefully, deeply sometimes, that everything that you hold just by as a thought, empty thought. And end of that all, you come to a point just to be okay with yourself. But all the drama, all this up and down, all the fightings, all the anxiety, depression, that everything that you went through, and end of that all, there is a moment you're going to understand this all nothing. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, what the Buddha tried to tell us, rather than going through this all drama, going through that all the difficulties, going through that all the struggle, if you recognize deeper inside you, in that very moment, you come to a point to understand what is the nature of this life. That understanding, it take only one moment. But to get into that moment, we have to drop a lot of things. That lot of things mean we have to release our own mind from our own mental views. So then when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, the most people think it is a start with meditation. So through this practice and through this everyday practice, we're trying to give you some tools, really authentic, organic, and just by yourself to practice in your life. And personally, I don't want you to be my students, or we don't create a kind of like a sangha or community. I just want you to be completely independent. So with that purpose, we every day try to give something, and we don't keep continuing and connecting each and every lesson. We just end each and every lesson independently and separately. So yourself, remember, whatever you learn, you have to practice yourself and gain it as your own wisdom, gain it as your own understanding. So just only the information we keep as a connection. Other than that, we don't look for anything else. So our real purpose is just by yourself. You have to go through this journey, that we trying to give all the necessary tools, informations to be strengthen yourself, be strong yourself. So then remember, when it come to path of this wisdom, recognizing what is the true authentic information and gaining this and practicing with this important. So when it come to that Buddha's teaching, where the Buddha's teaching start, most of people think meditation. It is very wrong. It is nothing to do with the meditation. Meditation is a very old practice. Even the samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, it's nothing to do with the Buddha's teaching. It is an old practice, thousand years before the Buddha. Even as Prince Siddhartha, when he was 7 years old, he used to practice Anapanasati. And before the Buddha, there were many the rishis had high mental powers, and they had dhyanas, and they used to communicate with the other planets, and they used to travel through this entire universe. Then when it comes to Buddha's teaching, it is nothing to do with the meditation. Then other one is discipline or practicing this ethical codes or the sila, moral practice. That also nothing to do with the Buddha's teaching. Before the Buddha, as you know, there were yogis, and they used to have very strong, very difficult, hard moral practice they used to follow. And so this all, out of this all, then where the Buddha's teaching start? Recognize that very carefully yourself and start to look into that and tune into that level. And then your journey going to become more and more and more successful. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, remember, it start with the self-view. Recognizing the right view, having the right view regarding the life. That when it comes to Eightfold Path, as you know, the first one, Samma Ditti, the right view. So the meditation come later. And also when it comes to meditation, and today, as you know, it's everywhere, but you have to see why you practice meditation. What you're looking out of this practice. And sometimes people look for self-security. I want to be satisfied. I want to be secure. And I want to be enlightened. So like that, with the self-centered idea, if you get into practice, and remember, you're not going to get the right result. So then, the most important part, vision. So what is the vision that you have when you practice meditation or in day-to-day life? It is just not only for meditation. Meditation is a part of your life. It's a major part. So then what the vision you have regarding your life? And what kind of ideas you have regarding your life? The way you see and the things that you understand through your life. So when it comes to life, there where you should start. Look at yourself. Don't afraid to look at yourself. Don't get help to understand you. Don't read the book to understand you. Don't follow the lessons, or don't follow the ideas, or don't go to schools to understand you. Be completely authentic yourself and see what you really experience regarding your life, because that is where you going to get the right vision to understand what is this life. If you put some others ideas or the information top up your experience and try to see the life through their viewpoint, you never going to understand this. So when it comes to Buddha's teaching, if you have real self experience, and when you tune to that self experience, it is very easily you can get this. That's why, because even ourselves, even regarding the life, even regarding your job or your work, and even regarding your personal life, even the way you maintain your money, even your family life, even as parents, your how you maintain your children. So like that, all today we follow others ideas, and sometimes we get counseling, as you know, for families, no, and as a husband and wife, as children and parents, and brothers and sisters, and sometimes counseling advisors. No, we get someone else ideas, and we trying to synchronize it with us, and you miss real who you are. Maybe you just pass the time, maybe you cover up it with something, and then you just go by situations, but you never going to understand it. So then don't afraid to look yourself. When you are become a human being, you have that power. So be like a lion. Why? Because the lions never get mistake when they going to attack. They exactly recognize how to attack. They don't waste their time for something unnecessary. So be like lion and be like a snake. So the snake, as you know, all this human history, you know, in each and every that generations, the people keep this snake as a kind of like a, they get it as a mental object. As you know, in yoga also, it's in Kundalini yoga, it mentioned kind of like that under that in the bottom of your spine, it's kind of like a snake, you know, all the energy gathered, and then it come around your spine and go higher. So it then, and when you go to Eastern countries, even that in Mexico, in the Western countries, in Egypt, you have seen this is snake. People kind of like keep it as a mental object, and they follow their character. Why this is? Because when it comes to snake, to observe and recognize their behavior, it is very rare the snake attack for wrong target. When they attack, they exactly know where to attack. Even human body, they know exactly where to attack and give the most effective way out of their attack, and how to tackle the target. So that is a snake behavior. So when it comes to consciousness and awareness, that's why I say, so if you can be like that, and out of your day, without wasting your time, what to do, how to do. So like that, when you come to exactly the way that you're to maintain your behavior, you get the best out of your time period. And then what will happen? Within one hour, if you spend your time properly, and if it is become accurate, and you know exactly what to do, So then what will happen? Within that hour, there's nothing to worry. Then there is no doubt. So then how about you expand that capacity to 2 hours or 3 hours? Then within that 3 hours, you become complete. And how about you expand that to whole day? So within that day, there is nothing to worry. Why? Because you knew how to do things exactly. You have done it properly. So then that day become yesterday. It become your history. And then there is nothing to worry about your yesterday. So like that, when it become a profitable skill, that itself your journey become more successful. It is even conventionally, even your spiritual practice, both the same. So then remember how you can come to that level, how you can develop by yourself using your own wisdom to recognize how to do things and the way to do things. So mostly we have that depending from others' knowledge, others' wisdom, and others' understanding. Why? Because we don't look our inner experience. So then remember little by little, little by little. So whatever the inner experience that you go through, take some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, start to look yourself, what you really understand through life. Listen to that. There is some wisdom. When you learn that way, little by little, there is something you can touch. There is something you can tune. Naturally, your mind start to see. So that doesn't mean you're going to see some weird things or there is some weird wisdom. No, you start to recognize the very clear nature of this life. So what is that? When it comes to the vipassana knowledge, your inner and outer. So the inner means your all mind, and the outer means your bodily experience and your mental experience. That all has three characters: impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness. Once you're able to recognize that, and you get out of this, all the imagination, and you just go with the moment. So to get into that, in the beginning, you have to start with the very basic level of practice. So then remember, it is not the meditation. It is your vision. It is your understanding regarding your life. It is the way you see regarding your life, not the world, who you are, what is you, what you really want out of you. That is the beginning point. So once you recognize that, maybe this is not the meditation you want to practice because you have a different purpose. Then you have to go and practice that. But if you look for the truth, if you want to recognize the real truth, then you can keep going with this. So when it comes to that, there are three ways that you have to start. One is called Jnata Parinya. So the Jnata Parinya means first you have to recognize, as I mentioned, observing yourself. When something happened, you have to look why it happened to you like that way. And you have to be honest to yourself, and you have to be authentic to yourself, and without covering up yourself, without cheating yourself, you have to look. When you go through happiness, when you go through sad, worry, disappointment, you have to look why it happened to you like that way. Jnata Parinya, just recognize. And Tirna Parinya, and then you have to decide, and then you have to investigate. You have to come to a point to look. Do you want to continue it that way? Do you want to get back it again and again? Or Do you want to exit? It is your personal choice. Don't get advice from others. So it is your choice. Get into that independent. The moment they create that independent, the moment in you. Maybe you don't try to work with the big things in life. No, start with the very little things. Jnata parinya, recognize, recognition, understand very clearly. And then you know, I know this. And then tirna parinya. Then you investigate and take a decision what you have to do. And then pahana parinya. And then you get out of it. So in conventional, before you go to spiritual level, you have to practice it with the conventional level in as an ordinary person in day-to-day life with this material world. How you can do? So maybe you want to drink a cup of tea or coffee, and you recognize that, and you come to a point to see exactly do you want to do it or not, because sometimes we do things it really we don't want it. Maybe you drink a cup of tea or coffee because of other people, and maybe you do it to hang out with others. Maybe you do it because you feel lazy. Maybe you do it because you don't have to do anything. And people eat nuts, always, everywhere, sometimes. Even place you sitting and watching TV, and wherever the study table, and even next to your bed, everywhere, little nuts. So, and sometimes there's nothing to do. Your hand naturally go into it. It's like, eating gummy and always chewing. There's no reason. Just keep doing it. No, you have to come to a point. No, see that your action you keep doing. And then recognize, do you want it? Why are you doing it? If you really want to do it, then you know, oh, I want to do it. Even your behavior. Sometimes you touching your own body without any reason. And sometimes people do this way, and they do this way, no reason. Even sometimes you see the very famous people, they do things and just without even understanding why they do it. And when they talk as the leaders or the president or the chairman or the ministers, and sometimes they have behavior, and sometimes players, they do things and they just do it, no reason for that. So then look yourself and see why you do it. Then you can recognize you do it without any purpose. It like when I told in the beginning, magic soup. You do it and there is no reason and there is nothing you get out of it. But still you keep doing it. And so then you look in day-to-day life and recognize. And that recognition is, even though you recognize it in your conventional life, deeply it affects for your mental behavior. That recognition uplift your awareness. And then you take a conscious decision. I don't do this. Or maybe there are certain things that you have to do. Then you think you want to do it. As example, you feel like drowsy. Then you feel like you want to drink water. So then you drink water. Because it is really, you recognize you need to do it. And maybe you feel you want to take a rest. It is a conscious decision. You take a rest. So like that, you listen to this, your conventional body, and you maintain your life with your conventional life. Jnata parinya. And tirna parna, you take a conscious decision knowingly. And pahana parinya, and you take a conscious decision to stay away from things or the complete that. Then you know you complete it. And another way, that Shrutame jnana, Chintame jnana, Bhavaname jnana. When it comes to the Buddha's teaching, how you can develop the wisdom, how you can get the real vision regarding the life. Shrutame jnana, listening, the first one. The same thing like Jnata Parinya. So the listening is in the very important thing, it's skill you have to develop. Listening to others, listening to Buddha, and the listening to Dhamma also important. But remember, learn to listen to yourself. That is what mostly we don't have. We don't listen to deeper our inner nature. Listen to yourself and listen to nature and look around. Then you're going to recognize something. And today, rather than looking the sky and look at the cloud, and sometimes we check the weather, just go to iPhone and click the weather, and even sometimes rain outside, we don't recognize. We just addicted to go to the phone and see the weather. No, look at outside. Why? Because you are part of the nature. There's a deeper wisdom that you can connect. There's a deeper frequency you can catch out of this nature. Don't miss that. It's nothing wrong. You get the information out of this all, this computer or the cell phone or anything. But remember, keep that authentic connection and always tune to this natural frequency that you go through. And it brings you something more than just information. That's why. It deeply open your senses to understand the authentic, the bottom of the knowledge. So that is what we need. That is what the Dharma. So, and Chintame Jnana is kind of like the Tirna Parinya. So when it comes to Chintame Jnana, it is not you put information on top of your favor, or you don't put the information whatever you like or dislike, or you don't take information from whatever that other people say. So then how you can, what is this Chintame Jnana means? You start to look independently without mixing your like dislike. Then there is a power in you. You can recognize something more than what you know. That's how you gain new knowledge. So as example, if you like something, out of that likeness, if you read a book and get something, remember, you don't get new knowledge. What you does, you just increase whatever the knowledge you have inside you. So that is what we keep doing. No, to get new knowledge, what you have to do, don't follow what is like or dislike, and be independent from that. Be released from that. And then whatever the information there, whatever you see, hear, smell, taste, or whatever that other people go through, or look at the nature. And then when you get that information, start to look with the clear mind and see what this is. This is the power of human being. There is no any other animals have this power. Have power to take a conscious recognition, understanding, and get something completely new than you know. So that is why when you develop that method, every day you can experience something new. But mostly what we does, we experience what we know. So that is different. Chintame jnana means not experience what you know, you gain completely something new to you. And the bhavana me jnana. So deeply, it's a kind of like a pahana parinya. Deeply, you recognize, you absorb it to what you recognize. And there, you deeply investigate and you come to the final analytical understanding. What is this? And then there is another way. It called Satya Krutya Krutakjnana. The same kind of way that the Satya means in the beginning, you recognize what is the path you have to take. Krutya means once you recognize, like you getting an address. You recognize where you should go, which address you have to go, where the destination you should go. And then Krutya, you start to go the journey. And the Krutak Jnana, that means you complete the journey. So these three ways, the same like Kruta, Jnata Parinya, Tirna Parinya, and Pahana Parinya. The same like Chinta, Sutta-me Jnana, Chinta-me Jnana, Bhavana-me Jnana. And then another way what the Buddha says, Sunata Dhareta Charata Dhammi. Sunata. The same thing with the, when it comes to that, always keep the open mind. And be open. That being open means not available for anything. Being open means you release your inner favor. Be empty with that. When you don't follow your deeper habitual pattern, when you release yourself from your own memory, always your mind going to be vivid, clear, sharp. Dharet. So then whatever come to you, you recognize what is right and what is wrong, or what is profitable, what is unprofitable, what is major, what is minor. And then charata. Then you go with it. So like that, there is a method in Buddha's teaching. It is just not practicing meditation, or it is not practicing rituals, so it is not just giving dana. In the very first thing you have to understand what you experience as a life. And then you have to see what you want out of this moment. Then once you come to that recognition, it's like you climb into the top of the mountain. Then naturally you start to recognize, you start to see the landscape. So like that, then you start to see what you have to do. So you have this power that is inbuilt mechanism in you. So according to the Buddha's teaching, so practicing meditation, what we does, we try to brush up, activate, clear that your inner, that inbuilt mechanism. So once you consciously start to activate that, go with it, you will see what is the beauty of becoming a human being, and what is the power of the human mind. And when the day come for you to experience that, and you feel so blessed regarding yourself, and when you feel that so blessed you regarding yourself, then you will recognize you are a miracle and you are a masterpiece out of this entire universe. When you come to that understanding, out of your bodily, your verbally, your mentally action, you can create miracles. So you have that power. And then remember that recognizing yourself and becoming very clear inside you, going to show you that path. So that is the day you come, then you become a light to yourself. So be a light to yourself. And that is the day you can become a light to this entire universe. And that is the day you can help others to find their inner path. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.